Yeah, take water here. I have high blood pressure.
Ah.
So I have to take. I didn't take it yet. Volunteering for like the on the front line.
That was right.
Well, once we get started.
All these postings of like CarMax.
Esta dice mami, ¿dónde?
Or no.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
My name is Angshu and I'm a workers and community organizer at Drums, Nations Rising Up and Moving. We made a lot of noise this past Thursday at Harvest Center and told Amazon that they need to cut their ties with ICE. Today, okay. So today we're going to march from here to Jeff Bezos' apartment and we're going to tell them that Amazon needs to stop working with ICE that supports in detaining and deporting our communities, that separates children from their families, okay? And we are also going to tell them, we are also going to talk about how Amazon exploits its workers. Jeff Bezos recently bought this apartment. He is the richest man on this planet because he's exploited workers. Amazon is anti-workers, anti-union, anti-immigrants. So we're gonna make some noise so they can hear us, okay? Yeah. We're also going to deliver some petitions where we talk about Amazon needs to cut its ties with ICE. We have over 270,000 petitions.
Gracias a todos por venir. Vamos a marchar al apartamento donde él acaba de comprar a 80 millones de dólares. Cuando él dice que no hay dinero, que la compañía está baja. Entonces vamos a marchar allá, vamos a entregar unas peticiones que son más de 27,000 personas que les está diciendo que Amazon tiene que cortar cualquier vínculo con inmigración. ¿Se puede?
¡Sí se puede!
¿Lo vamos a hacer?
¡Sí!
La lucha comienza, la lucha no termina, vamos a seguir luchando hasta que Amazon corte todos los vínculos que tiene con inmigración. No somos criminales, no somos criminales, somos inmigrantes que venimos a ayudar a progresar este país. So, vamos a marchar y vamos a darle el mensaje bien claro a Amazon. Amazon tiene que cortar cualquier vínculo que tenga con inmigración. Vamos a marchar hasta la casa de él, vamos a entregar las peticiones y le vamos a dejar claro el mensaje. ¿Ok?
Amazon escucha.
¡Estamos en la lucha! ¡Amazon escucha! 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 ¡Estamos en la lucha!
¡El pueblo
unido jamás será vencido!
ganaremos esta lucha! ¡Amazon, escucha!
¡Estamos en la lucha!
¡Amazon, escucha!
¡Estamos en la lucha!
¡Amazon, escucha!
¡Estamos en la lucha!
¿Qué queremos?
¡Justicia!
¿Qué queremos?
¡Justicia!
¿Y cuándo?
¡Ahora!
¿Y cuándo?
¡Ahora!
¿Y cuándo, cuándo, cuándo?
¡Ahora, ahora, ahora!
¡No somos criminales!
¡Somos trabajadores!
¡No somos uno!
¡No somos 100! ¡Somos millones! ¡Cuéntenos bien! ¡Inmigrantes unidos jamás serán vencidos! ¡Inmigrantes unidos jamás serán vencidos! ¡Jamás serán vencidos! ¡Aquí Phoenix, Arizona. We are here today to give Jeff Bezos a clear message that we are not going to tolerate his relationship with ICE, who is separating our communities, who is terrorizing our families, and is going after everyone who is undocumented in this country. Now, Amazon Web Services actually makes more money than just plain Amazon. And the way that they make all of this money is by taking our tax dollars, by having lucrative contracts with the government to provide cloud services for the police and ICE. They have figured out how to not only exploit workers, not pay taxes themselves, but take our money to be able to create the infrastructure that ICE needs to do the raids that they are threatening to do this week. But we know that whether they're threatening to make big raids or they're doing little raids every day in our communities, we're going to stand up and fight back and say that today we will not accept this any longer and request accountability from him so that he actually stops creating this dragnet. The only way that ICE knows how to find us, right, in our homes, in our workplaces, through our communities, is because Amazon is holding that information. If they were to stop, the raids were to stop, and we would be able to push back against Trump. So we're going to be here today to say no more, and we're going to continue to organize until ICE no longer has the tech it needs to be able to deport our families. We'll say that to Amazon, we'll say that to Palantir, we'll say that to Microsoft, we'll say it to all of the companies that are helping Trump in this deportation machinery. So buenas tardes a todos, yo vengo desde los desiertos de Phoenix, Arizona, para estar con ustedes, para darle este mensaje tan claro a Jeff Bezos, ¿verdad? Amazon, con sus industrias de la nube, donde están guardando la información que migración necesita para hacer sus redadas, están creando una red de terror para nuestras comunidades. Si ellos no estuvieran guardando la información que migración necesita para encontrar a nuestros familiares, para ir a nuestras casas, para buscarlos en nuestras escuelas, no podrían hacer su trabajo. Y por eso estamos aquí, para decirle a Jeff Bezos, no más, no vamos a estar aceptando que no solamente no pagas impuestos, pero luego tomas nuestro dinero para crear la infraestructura que ICE necesita para perseguirnos. No lo vamos a aceptar, no lo vamos a tolerar, y por eso tenemos estas condiciones para decir, no nos importa si es Amazon, si es Palantir, si es Microsoft. Todas estas compañías que están ayudando a migración a hacer su trabajo tienen que parar y estar del lado de los derechos humanos que tanto necesitamos. ¿Estamos de acuerdo? ¡Sí! ¿Estamos de acuerdo? ¡Sí! Y sabemos que este trabajo siempre lo hacemos por nuestra gente, ¿verdad? Lo hacemos por nuestra comunidad. Y por eso les voy a pedir que me ayuden con un chant, con un grito para nuestra gente. Yo voy a decir, mi gente, y ustedes dicen presente. Mi gente. Presente. Mi gente. Presente. I do it for my people. Yo lo hago por mi gente. Mi gente. Presente. Mi gente. Presente. I do it for my people. Yo lo hago por mi gente. Mi gente. Presente. Mi gente. Presente. I do it for my people. Yo lo hago por mi gente. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Woo! As we speak now, as we're here today, ICE is raiding our communities. Donald Trump announced that ICE will be raiding our communities. They will detain and deport over 2,000 people from our communities. But are we going to sit back? No. Are we going to fight back? No. When our communities are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. Before I call upon our next speaker, I want to put the spoiled blankets on the ground. People in detention centers are not being given anything. They are sleeping on cold floors. They're not being given toothbrushes. They're not being given water or soap. That is how ICE treats our people. That is how CBP treats our people. And Jeff Bezos and Amazon enable it. Shame! Shame on Bezos!
Shame! Bezos, Bezos, you can't hide!
We can see your greedy side.
Bezos, you can't hide!
We can see your greedy side. We can see your greedy side.
We're giving some foil blankets to Jeff Bezos and also the petitions that we've collected. We have over 270,000 petitions. Now I'd like to call upon our next speaker, Karen DeLeon from Make the Road, New York. My name
and I live in Corona, Queens. I'm a student at John Jay College of Criminal Justice, and I come from a Hispanic family with immigrant roots. I'm here today to let Amazon know that I do not care about their title, history, or popularity. I do not care about the amount of money they make, nor the products they sell. I'm here today to let Amazon know that I care for the thousands of families that are being broken, the thousands of kids that are left alone in cells deprived of their happiness, the women that are, and I quote Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio, drinking water from the toilet and sleeping in the concrete floor for months. I am here today to let Amazon know that I care for the many men that are being treated like animals. We live in a country whose pledge states, with liberty and justice for all. Amazon, what justice are you striving for?
Profit.
By being the backbone of ICE, you're creating an injustice and supporting an evil, and I repeat, an evil government agency that is breaking families apart.
That's right. That's right.
Why are these families being separated? Because they wanted a better future for their families? Because they want to improve their knowledge and their lives? Don't we all deserve an opportunity to better ourselves? Don't we all deserve to have doors open to us? Doors that will lead us to success and doors that will allow teenagers, just like myself, to succeed?
That's right.
Jeff Besos, I am here today. I am tomorrow's future. I am 17 and I'm speaking to the so-called richest men in the world. So listen, July 11, I was able to join the fight against your corporation. There, I was able to witness how hundreds of people came together as a community to ask you to break ties with ICE. Amazon, you're taking our country to the dirt. However, seeing people as young as 6 years old to grown adults fight for what's right gave me a sense of hope that this country will be saved from the lens of evil. Woo! Finally, I would like to ask you if you're happy with the cries of kids and the heartbreak of parents. Are you happy knowing that your corporation is helping ICE destroy thousands of families? Are you happy with the horrible conditions which these people are living under? But the way you treat your employees, I think we all know the answer to that. From what is proven, Amazon was named the most dangerous workplace in the world. And we will not allow workers to be treated like disposable labor. Regardless of what your answers to this question may be, I know that we will win this fight and make it through this. Finally, I'd like to end this by reminding Jeff Bezos that I am not afraid of the man who cannot afford a heart. By the many bars that are around us and the security around us, it seems that you're afraid of me.
That's right.
People without a heart can make it far. Amazon, escucha. Estamos en la lucha.
Amazon, escucha. Estamos en la lucha. Amazon, escucha. Estamos en la lucha.
Our people are crossing the borders and seeking for safety. But what Amazon is doing for profit is putting our communities up for sale. Our communities are not for sale. Our lives are not up for sale. Bezos can hide, but we'll fight back. Amazon treats its workers very horribly. The workers in Amazon's warehouses do not get bathroom breaks. Our people deserve dignity and respect for the labor that they put in. Now we have a former Amazon worker, Ibrahim.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ibrahim Sangare. I'm from Ivory Coast. I'm an immigrant, like a lot of people here. I used to work on Amazon last year from October, November, December. So I jumped on Amazon because the wage was $15 instead of $13, the minimum wage in New York. So for me, it was a good opportunity to jump in until I get in the warehouse and I discovered it wasn't a good opportunity. It wasn't a good place to work because Amazon warehouse is like a new modern plantation. Workers in Amazon are treated as a slave. They are working in inhuman condition. The first human, right violation is when you write your contract for 10 hours and the next week you have to work 12 hours on your feet, and 12 hours you have to work 5 days instead of 4 days. So in those 10 to 12 hours you don't have any break. You have a 15-minute break to go to the bathroom or to the break room. So instead of wasting your time because the bathroom and the break room too far, to have those 15 minutes, we used to sit down on the floor because we need, some rest, because working in Amazon is not a joke. You don't have a time or you're not allowed to talk to anybody. So you have to stand up on your feet for 10, 12 hours, walking on the ladders, climbing, bending, and you have to carry some bags like a 40 to 50 pound. And then when you don't store, because I used to store, if you don't store in 5-10 minutes, you have your manager in your back to ask you, what are you doing? Because that's not right, that's not fair. 10-15 minutes, if you don't do it in 10 to 15 seconds to store a lot of items. So there's a lot of injury. You get dizzy because after 10 hours, 12 hours, you can't go because your manager is your back to push. Even you cannot do anymore, they come out, they red up on you. And then whenever you get, hurt, they send you to the AMCA where they give you some glasses and then they send you back to work instead of telling you that to go to the hospital to see or maybe to go to the emergency room. So that's not fair. In addition to that, you don't have any AC. There's a lot of dust, so people getting a lot of caught over there. And the screen, to store your stuff, there's a lot of light, so people have an injury in the light too. And I'm showing you this bottle. This is a urine because you're not allowed to go to the bathroom. Because when you go to the bathroom, it takes like a 5 minutes, 10 minutes to come back to your station. You get read up by your manager. If you do that 2-3 times, you get fired. So in Amazon, workers deserve a lot of compensation. A lot of people get fired every day. Every day people get hired. So Jeff Besos, having those mentioned here, deserve to look at warehouse working conditions. Not supposed to stop working with ICE, because we see a lot of experience where people get arrested at a warehouse, Amazon, police coming, arresting people. That's not fair. You cannot do providing job to people and then at the same time deporting people or giving the tool to the ICE to stop people working. That's not fair, So we come in here to protest, protest for the working condition at Amazon. We come in here to protest, to tell to Amazon, just Besos, Trump, that's not fair, He said that between his campaign, we want to make America great. To be great, it had to be with immigrants. Immigrants as a key part to any country. We come here as an immigrant. It depends when you came here. You came here in 1400, 1500. You came here yesterday. We all are immigrants. We came from Europe. We came from America. We came from Africa. So we all know where our forefathers coming from. So nobody can treat us as a shit. Everybody deserves a better condition. Everybody has the dream to pursue this happiness in this country. So we're gonna fight for this happiness.
We're gonna give the richest man on this planet a few things today. The petitions, bottles full of urine. It's not real, but it's symbolic. Foil blankets. Now I'd like to welcome Jeffrey from Chaya CDC to say a few words.
Good morning. My name is Jagpreet Singh and I'm an organizer with Chaya CDC. All of us here fought long and hard to ensure Amazon did not set up their headquarters in our community. And we did that because we've been working with our tenant members over the last 20 years and have seen what corporate speculation does to our neighborhoods, like it's gutted Jackson Heights, and what it's currently doing in Jamaica. We've seen through talking to our small business partners how Amazon's unscrupulous practices have destroyed small businesses across New York City. But today, here, we are here to call out their most insidious partnership, the one that they have made with ICE.
Shame!
Shame, shame!
10-15 minutes.
We were in Jackson Heights yesterday, the heart of the South Asian community in many ways here in New York City. And on a Sunday, where our communities are normally out doing their shopping, going to their religious institutions, enjoying the one day off during the week they might have, there was hardly anybody in the streets. Our communities are afraid at this moment because of what this administration has said about the current ICE rates. And Amazon, by partnering with them, are as responsible as the administration. Amazon, by supplying their technological network, by the facial recognition technologies that ICE is using to target our people, are as culpable, are as responsible as ICE is in destroying our communities, communities that we built.
Shame!
After white flight happened in Queens, what communities do you think it was that built up Queens? It was our communities that made Queens what it is now. And now they wanted to come into our communities and destroy them? We would not let that happen. Currently, in the detention centers, there are over 30 sick males who have been protesting through hunger strike for the last 3 months. ICE and government agents have forcibly inserted tubes into their throats to force feed them.
Shame!
These are the things that they're doing to our people. They're not even giving them simple toothbrushes to be able to use. These are the type of conditions that Amazon is supporting by working with ICE. We're here to demand that we've seen them choose a side, to stop working with ICE because you have chosen a side and so will we.
After that, we're going to deliver some petitions and march over to their corporate office and do the second half of the program.
Hello a todos, buenos días. Mi nombre es José Francisco y trabajo en una lavandería que se dedica a rentar uniformes en la ciudad de Nueva York. Estoy aquí en apoyo de todos los inmigrantes, ya que yo lo soy. Y demostrarle a Amazon y decirle que lo que está haciendo no es correcto, que nosotros no somos criminales, no somos asesinos para ser tratados como ellos nos están tratando, denunciándonos a ese departamento que sí en verdad está haciendo algo malo. Como es Slide, queremos boicotear a Amazon, ya que es un taller de explotación y debemos de parar, tenemos que estar unidos. Porque en la unión está la fuerza y el poder. Y si unimos todos, venceremos. Gracias.
What? Some folks are now going to go inside and deliver some petitions. I left a pair of kids' shoes here because children at the border, they don't have shoes, they don't have soap, they don't have clean water to drink. We're going to keep chanting, we're going to keep making noise while folks deliver the petitions. And then we're going to march over to their corporate office. The workers, united! The workers, united! The workers, united!
Estamos en la lucha. Estamos en la lucha. Estamos en la lucha. Amazon escucha. Estamos en la lucha. Amazon escucha. Estamos en la lucha. Amazon escucha. Estamos en la lucha. Amazon escucha.
I just want to let you know.
Yeah.
They said you're not allowed to.
We're not going to do a delegation at all?
They told me you're not allowed.
You get here first.
No somos criminales. Somos inmigrantes. No somos criminales. Somos inmigrantes. No somos criminales. Somos inmigrantes. No somos criminales.
Somos inmigrantes.
Somos criminales.
Okay, folks, we're here at Amazon's corporate office, and guess what? They don't want to cooperate with us. They don't want to get the petitions from us. Amazon, you can hide.
You can see your greedy side.
Amazon, you can hide.
We can see your greedy side.
We were here a few months ago and we told them we'd come back, and we're back. We're going to continue our program for today. I want to call Yehuda to speak.
Good afternoon. My name is Yehuda Webster. I'm an organizer with Jews for Racial and Economic Justice. As we're gathered here today in protest of Amazon and Palantir on Prime Day, I'm here to remind us of the willingness of tech companies to continuously choose profit over morality, leading to some of the worst atrocities in history we have today. Just 80 years ago, on the cusp of the Holocaust, IBM, one of the premier tech companies in our time, offered their tech services to the Nazi regime, which allowed for the tracking and the cataloging and the collecting of Jews all around Europe. In fact, that tech company IBM produced the machines used to tattoo Jews during the Holocaust. And so Amazon and Palantir, we're here today to say, stop collaborating with this oppressive government. Stop offering your tech, your web hosting services to allow for the tracking, the arresting, and the deportation of immigrants, because as we know, we're all immigrants. But Amazon and Palantir can do something different. They can stand with us here today. They can stand on the side of justice. So, Amazon, we're here today to ask you, are you with the people or are you against us? Amazon, escucha, estamos en la lucha. Amazon, escucha, estamos en la lucha. Thank you.
We are making history today, and Amazon chooses to be on the side of ICE. They're choosing to detain and deport our communities. They're choosing to separate families. We are here to demand that they break their
tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Mi nombre es Marisa
Give them
Hernández.
5 more minutes.
Vengo de la comunidad de East Garland. Soy mamá de dos
You're only
niños
allowed for 5 minutes.
que están creciendo aquí en mi comunidad en Nueva York.
We're gonna leave petitions
Como
here.
madre de familia, venimos exigiendo, como madre y representante de muchos niños que están siendo abusados de la frontera, venimos exigiendo a Besos que pare toda asociación con ICE